Let's get a little bit of this. What we at is 18.
Verse 8.
Okay. Exodus 18 and 8.
And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and in the land of Egypt. I can't even see. Hold on, let me do that again. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians.
See, right here we see an Ethiopian, a man that was, Jethro was powerful in Ethiopia at this time, and he was rejoicing because he see the blessing of the Lord. He see it's actually working. And my son-in-law is calling most of the shots right now. So everything's good, and he blessed the Lord. Jethro did. So this is how you see blessing come on the Gentile. We got to understand, this is a Gentile blessing the Lord at this point. Let's read. Jethro, who was a Hamite.
And Jethro had said, Blessed be the Lord, who have delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, and have delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods.
Repeat that, please.
Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods.
See, once a nation realizes that,
right,
they move out of heathenism status,
right,
unless they fall back to their old gods. Right. But at this point, when we look up heathen in the dictionary, we look it up and it tell you what it is. You got it now?
Yeah. We finish this verse. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them.
Go ahead.
And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for God. And Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God.
See that? He done took on all our sacrifice. He totally, what we call a proselyte at this point.
The stranger.
Moses' daddy-in-law. So now, naturally, he can show obeisance, what was that word? Obeisance. What the main thing, gave him some fatherly doubt with the respect as a father. Let's get a little bit more of that.
Verse 11. Nope. 13. And it came to pass on the morrow, and Moses sat to judge the people.
That Moses sat to judge the people. And the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone? And all the people stand by thee from morning unto even. And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of God. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and another. And I do make them know the statutes of God and his laws. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Now, Moses thought for a second, wait a minute, did you just come into this? I showed you a few things, but Moses is hearkening because he done made a sacrifice. So spiritual, like I say, has no faith. There's no respect of person. Moses, on the spiritual level, this thing, he's thinking, why would he say this based on this? All of the people of Israel, it's over 1 million people. And he's dealing with matters every day with this many people. Let's see what Jethro kind of advice he gives. Thou would surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. So he basically telling you got 1 million people out here that got problems and asking questions about the law of God. You're going to wear away. You're going to get tired. You're going to be yawning on a few of the answers. They're going to get tired of waiting in line. They're going to go to somebody else and they're going to get jacked up answers. He said you're going to wear away. And then he's going to give them a solution to the problem. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to God word, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s.
See, this is the problem that's happening in these mega churches right now, 25,000 seat churches. One man trying to handle this. So what he do? Send me emails. When do you think he's going to get to your email in question? You got 20, what you say, close to the 12th of November? 25,000 25,000 people in emails. You think he can read that much? And when he do read them, they're going to be half read. You ain't going to give the people the full attention, and your typing skills going to have to be up there. So they have to, but they keeping one in charge and trying to do this and put it off to the deacons, but the deacons ain't trained because they've been set up through faith.
You got to have a dollar amount.
Right, you got to have it. So they set up through dollar amounts and bribery. They're not going through what Titus say a bishop or a deacon has to be. They can't be a novice, and that means amateur. If anybody know about boxing, that's the starting out fresh. Got to be blameless. So it can't be no report on them. Ain't none of them following that test in today's Sunday worship centers.
Everybody study for themselves daily.
What you say?
That's why everybody study for themselves daily.
They should. We should. Get some more of this.
Verse 22. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee.
So he said, don't get out of line that you are the intercessor in the flesh. You are imitating Christ. You ain't Christ. You won't be Christ, but you're imitating just like Christ. So there's still a look at you as Moses. There has never been a prophet, Deuteronomy speak of 18, that has known the Lord face to face besides Moses, in the physical flesh like we are, a sinner like we are, that has known the Most High like that. Nobody has superseded Moses on that level. Let's get some more of that.
And thou shalt do this thing, and God commanded thee so. Then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened unto the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s.
And y'all, this is what we got to have. We can't leave it to certain individuals. We got to, the harvest is plentiful, y'all, but the labor is few. We got to get some more laborers now. Few. Let me get some water. Go ahead. No, let me say this again. And when we're talking about the laborers of few, so there's a lot of things going. We do a class, we have readers and different things. But we need to get more teachers, y'all, so that everybody get to exercise again. So what we're doing things like we used to do back in the day down on Page and Tell. You holler out a second witness, we want you to explain it. We want you to understand so that what you're calling out, we know that you've researched this matter, you understand this matter. Because if you get one of these Bibles like here, it has cheat sheets in it. Or basically it has second witness scriptures may be written down somewhere. These are the second witnesses of maybe the author of this book. He may be of Christian doctrine, so to speak. Christianity doctrine, I should say. Or somebody else's doctrine. All because he published, he can put his notes in it. You go to that, it may not be what the subject matter is at hand is speaking of.
Right.
You need to do your own study. So when somebody holler out a second witness for that, we're gonna say, please explain that, brother. Break that off. Express yourself. Because if all you're doing is read, the teacher can go ahead and do that. So we want you to express yourself and get that understanding. It'll help you. It ain't gonna hurt you. Right. It's gonna get you prepared for how to answer questions and looking at what you're saying. Because the Holy Spirit, when it says it should show you all things, it'll show you, like, Lord, you hear me? Lord, where's that scripture? Lord, have mercy on me. Where is it at? And the Spirit tell you Isaiah 55 what you want. You get there, but don't know how to break Isaiah 55 out. It's still a waste of time. You got to know how to express that script and edify so that the people may understand. So that's a way of gaining and getting the confidence of the teacher. Now, if we go from no second witness, then we got a problem. and won't nobody holler them out no more because of this. Then that means you've been cheating all along.
Cheating. Yeah.
So we're going to try to go this way, and believe me, everything we do, y'all, is for edification and upgrading. It's nothing to turn nobody down. We just want it to be to the point that where if somebody else got to hold this camp, they can hold this camp. What you got now?
I got the definition of heathen.
Okay.
Of the dictionary. Heathen, an unconverted member of a people or a nation that does not acknowledge the God of the Bible.
It's a heathen. See, so most of our parents won't do that right now, will they? Their lineage is Israel, but they won't acknowledge, will they? As some Jehovah's Witnesses stop by, they wouldn't acknowledge. They just like, come do what that pamphlet says. Just show up. I ain't got time for all that. I got some more doors to knock on. Go ahead.
Definition 2, an uncivilized or irreligious person. That's it for that.
Mm-hmm. I see a lot of times you'll see anybody that's not of Muslim, Jew, or Christian. And the reason they're saying this is because they're putting all of Abraham's sons in there. Muslim for Ishmael, Jew for Jacob, and Christian for Christ. So they're saying that, but they're all descendants of Abraham. But all of them had the same law. It wasn't 3 doctrines like it is now. Ishmael was taught the laws of God.
Right.
That Quran didn't come in 625 AD.
Right.
That's a new doctrine.
After that.
Ishmael studied the laws of God. That's why they keep sneaking back into the Bible.
Daniel, I got a witness on the heathens or other nations that are called by the Lord's name. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 11 and 12. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old,
Right.
that they may possess the remnant of Edom.
That's right.
And of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord,